New survey out about people ponying up leg because they feel obligated. Now, have you ever felt obligated in a relationship to have sex?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
You really didn't want to, but you felt like you kind of had to...
All ex-wives.
Really?
Yeah, except for this one, my wife now. Love to make love to her, but...
Take one for the team. How about you, Stansberry?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, well, the time with your last, right?
Yeah. I mean, all the time with my last girlfriend.
And you're made to feel guilty about it, right?
Oh, yeah, when I didn't do it?
And you're made to feel like it's awkward, like
right.
You're not normal. Well, these stats just released say that 61% of us have had sex because we felt obligated. Obligated to do so.
Oh, it depends on how much they paying.
And it's not just women. See, a lot of people are going to think, well, it's women. They probably feel obligated all the time. Take them out to eat dinner.
Right.
They feel obligated. What have you?
No, they don't.
Well, not in your case, but you're a...
Trust me.
You're an anomaly, dude. You should be getting that done all the time, man. 58% of men overall. Now, the overall stat is 61% of both men and women, when combined, say that they've had sex because they felt obligated. When you break it down, men, 58%. So 58% of us have had sex when we weren't in the mood but felt like we had to. Survey goes on to break down the stats even more specifically. Rich people, and I don't know how they're defining rich. I don't have that information. Rich people more likely to have relations out of obligation than poor people. Got to pay the rent somehow, I suppose. People that are more educated, higher educated individuals, more likely to have relations out of obligation than those that are less educated. Anyone?
Maybe because they're always into their books all the time. They don't want to get away from their out the library or something. So, come on, get out the library and give me some ookie for nookie. I don't want to.
Redheads, more likely than other people to have relations out of obligation. I could see that. I bet because, well, there's so much of a stigma that's attached to a redhead. They're crazy in bed. To where if you're a redheaded woman, I can see how you'd feel a little obligated to dish out the tasty victuals. Simply because everyone expects you to, because you're a crazy redhead. And my personal experience has been that they're not any crazier, really.
No, mine was good.
Yeah.
You know, I was happy with it, but it wasn't like, yeah. You know, I wasn't crazy.
And they're no better in bed, overall, I wouldn't say.
No, I mean, she was crazier in every other aspect of her life.
In everyday life?
Yeah.
I never had somebody with red hair.
Really?
A lot of hype, dude. A lot of hype.
I liked it. Mine was good.
Well, I heard about redhead women. Guys supposed to be the same way, too? Is it true?
I don't know.
Not too many redheaded guys?
Yeah, you don't hear you don't hear people say, oh, yeah, he's a redhead, he's nuts, he's a total whore. Yeah, he's a redhead, he's a hoe.
Yeah, you don't hear that a lot, you're right.
You break it down in terms of your astrological sign. Virgos, I guess, are most likely to get it on out of obligation.
Gotta date more of them, Stansberry. Gotta give it up.
I remember when my wife and I were in counseling, I was sat down and told by the therapist as well, take one for the team, buddy. Take one for the team. Get it done. And now that she's pregnant, oh my God, dude. I feel like asking her for, like a figure. Like, seriously, you tell me how many times a week this has to be, and I'll try and figure it out.
I'll lowball you, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, negotiating. We'll negotiate.
I hated those days, man. Knowing if I walked in that door, I had to lay with her.
What do you mean lay with her? You mean have sex with her? You don't mean lay with her?
Yeah. Okay. Just made me want to throw up, man.
Oh, there were days where I didn't want to leave here. I'd be like, I know when I go home, this is going to be an issue. And it would, turn into a heated argument in my house. And I was like, I would stay here sometimes till 10, 11 o'clock at night, hoping that she would be in bed sleeping by the time I got home from work, because I didn't want to deal with it.
Maxwell show, go ahead.
Hey, Maxwell.
Yeah, who's this?
Danielle and Kent.
Get in the hole, Danielle.
Love the show.
Thank you.
Every day.
Glad you like.
I don't so much feel obligated because he bought me dinner or took me to a movie. It's more because it's just to shut him up. Whatever. Just stop complaining that you're not getting it. So I feel obligated that you just got to do it, even when you don't want to.
Do you think about another guy while you're doing it?
Sometimes.
Nice.
Sometimes it's necessary. And the thing with guys, you'll do it when you feel obligated, but you end up enjoying it, no doubt.
That's not true.
Women.
Oh, you did in
not
Stansbury?
always.
Now, hold on a minute. You mean that after you'd be in mid-act, you didn't go, oh, this ain't so bad?
No. No.
No.
No, really, really? Hey, thank you for the call, Danielle. Really?
No. I felt like, I was like, I'm compromising my
Integrity?
my integrity here a little. Like, I didn't want this. I have the right to say no to this, right? Like, because women don't like that.
No, you don't. There's a big double standard.
Women don't like that. They get baffled. It's like the end of a Scooby-Doo episode. They're like, what? And I just was like, look, man,
Feel violated, right?
And, I would get asked all the questions, well, why? And like, it's hard to look at a woman and be like, I've been with you 3 years. Do you know how many times we've had sex? Like, I'm sorry, but right now I'm in a rough patch with this, and I just don't care about it. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Hey, Maxwell Show, who's this?
Sean?
Sean, what's up? Go ahead, you're live, man.
Yeah, that was funny you should say that Virgos are most apt to be obligated or feel obligated to having sex. I am a Virgo, and my last girlfriend, she was kind of I don't want to say a nympho, but she did want it quite often. And, there are those days when you get home late from work that you just don't want anything to do with it. And it was continuous. Like, it was pretty much every day she wanted it, and I was like, And it was I just had to say, that's funny you should say Virgos, because it's like, I don't know if that has anything to do with the attitude of a Virgo, or I don't know how that goes exactly, but I don't know, you tell me.
It says here, thank you so much for the call, that Virgo's most likely to get it on out of a sense of obligation, feeling obliged to do so, out of all the signs. I'm surprised at these stats, though, guys, 58. Because you're made to feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about a guilt trip? You just, like Stansbury said, their jaw drops to the ground.
They don't know what to do.
And they throw you this, rake you over the coals with this guilt trip.
What? This power isn't going to work over you? Not anymore. It's not. It was the most liberating feeling that I have ever had in my entire life. I was like, oh, my God, I've been with this woman a while. I'm like, I don't care about this no more. I'm good. Yeah, she ain't got no weird voodoo over me no more. Turns out, man, they get really aggravated when you start pulling their arguments out on them. It's like, no, man, I'm tired. Have a headache.
Yeah, but then they think you cheating on them, too. You must have somebody else if you don't want this.
Believe me, I had to deal with that a lot.
Yeah. Lisa in Westlake, you're on the Maxwell Show. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of a big surprise to me. The guy that was talking before about his ex-girlfriend being a nympho,
right.
I thought that was supposed to be a good thing. I mean, I just don't understand the whole, like, oh, I'm tired, I can't do it, da-da-da-da. I mean, once a week is, it's very minimal to ask for. And
oh, I agree with you.
It might not be a problem with us. Maybe it's a problem with you. You know what I mean? Maybe we're sick of looking at you naked,
Oh, yeah.
In case my wife is listening, that is not the case.
I would get in trouble for that one a lot, too. You think you're so funny. Like, well, look at you. And because me, like, dude, I'm that guy that once I'm in an argument with a woman that I'm in love with or dating, like, once it's bad, most guys have that switch in their brain that goes, dude, fix this and pull up, man, recover, not me. First thing that goes through my mind is, how bad can we get this? Like, how bad can this go?
Hey, Mike in Canton, you're on the Maxwell Show. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Maxwell, what's going on? Listen, I love your show. I listen all the time.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, sometimes if you're not really into it, or you...
We can't talk about...
What show he's doing? Dr. Phil or something? You can't say it on that show.
Well, actually, you could. I mean, here's the deal. If we were having a purely scientific discussion, not making any jokes, that could fly. To the true letter of the law. But the fact that you throw in a joke, 3 minutes later, all of a sudden you're being indecent. And that's a shame. I'm a big fan of that word.